welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen. In case you are new here, welcome to my little corner of the interweb where I sit down with you every week and share what I've been making, primarily knitting. Lately there's been a lot of crochet, I do a lot of sewing and quilting. We dive down many different rabbit holes here on this YouTube channel, and today I thought I would do a little demo sharing how I spin on a spinning wheel. A couple of weeks ago I shared how I spun on a drop spindle, but this week we're talking spinning wheels. Again, this is not a tutorial by any means. This is more of a demo sharing my method of spinning because I do not consider myself a technical spinner. I'm very casual. Whatever comes off my wheel, I'm happy with for the most part. So right now I have a fully loaded bobbin. This one is ready to come off and I'm ready to put a new bobbin on. And yeah, so I guess let's get started. So yeah, I'm gonna take this guy off. I'm just going to undo that, take the tension band off and slip that off. And I did not unwind this. Okay, there we go. So this one is just gonna hang out until the new bobbin that I put on is loaded up, and then I can ply the two bobbins together. That's another video for another day. So I'm just gonna pop that there and get my new bobbin. These bobbins, they are by Akerworks. They're a really cool company. I'm not sponsored in any way. I just happen to have two of these. They're 3D printed. They come in many different colors and they make bobbins for a wide variety of spinning wheels. This one is made for my Lendrun DT or double treadle, in case you're curious. And yeah, so let's pop her on. I'm just gonna put her on the flyer, like so. Gently put the tension band around there and then pop it on like so, and we're ready to go. The next thing we need is fiber. So I have my fiber over here, and this is some really beautiful fiber by the Woolly Witch. That's what was spun onto this bobbin right here, and it's this really beautiful chocolate purple color, and yeah, it just makes me so happy. So one bobbin loaded over here, and then I have 2 more ounces of this. Yeah, again, it's a blend of merino and angelina, and it is so yummy. And they come in these really cool little caterpillars called Rolags. They come in these kind of tentacle caterpillar shapes like so. Yeah, again, I could do a whole video on fiber prep and different types of spinning fiber, like the types of forms that spinning fiber comes in. That, again, another video. So I'm just gonna rest these over here like that and grab one. And yeah, as you can see, it's just a tube, a rolled up tube. And again, what I like to do while these come really nicely rolled up, I do like to, again, prep my fiber by just gently pulling the fiber apart like so, just to loosen things up and make my life a little bit easier when spinning. Yeah, just give it a little. You can even split these up, to make it more manageable. So I'm just gonna split that in half and just work with this guy right here. So now that my fiber is prepped, I am going to get my leader. And a leader is just any old scrap of yarn that you have lying around, preferably wool because it's a little more grippier than acrylic or cotton or something like that, or silk. Yeah, this is just regular sock yarn, Patton's Croy, 100% wool. And just like with a drop spindle, you're gonna use a leader to help introduce your fiber onto the bobbin. So, I would say just, grab a generous length. This one is about an arm's width apart. This is probably a little too long, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Longer is typically better because you can always spin it up. So I'm just gonna tie a little knot in there to create a loop. Nothing special. And then I'm just going to loop it around my bobbin like so. There we go. And the next step is to grab your orifice hook, the little hook that comes with it, should come with your wheel. If not, you can probably find one on Amazon or Etsy. And you're gonna pretend like this is fiber. You're just going to thread your leader through all the correct loops and tension points and all that stuff, and drag it through the orifice and pull it through the orifice like so. So that's what it's like. And then you're gonna spin just a little bit. You might have to just kind of feel it out and loosen your tension, but yeah, just start spinning clockwise. You always wanna spin clockwise when you're spinning your singles. And this looks like it's, yeah, again, it might take a little bit just to get, there we go. Once you get that pull going, you're gold. Now that my leader is being drawn through the orifice, I'm ready to introduce my fiber. So, again, just grabbing a little bit and starting to spin clockwise. I'm just gonna lay my fiber over the leader, and you'll notice that it automatically, like Velcro, the leader will twist around the fiber and suck it up into the orifice along with it. So it's like a tornado. Think of it like a vacuum or a tornado. And once you have that going, that's all there is to it. You're spinning. You just want to keep spinning as normal until you notice the section where your fiber is being spun on starts getting a little too thick. After about a few minutes, you want to just take your threader over here. I don't know what these are called, guys. Again, I'm not technical. It's the thing that slides up and down the flyer to help distribute your singles evenly along the bobbins. And that's exactly what you want to do. So like after 3 to 5 minutes of spinning, you want to just scooch it up and down the bobbin so your fiber is evenly distributed along your bobbin. And yeah, that's all there is to it. And as you would have it, it looks like I'm spinning a pretty consistent fingering weight, lace weight to fingering weight. Again, once this all gets plied up, it's probably gonna be something more closer to a fingering or DK weight. And I think I have what they like to call a short forward back draw, or short, I don't know guys, but this is how I spin. This is my default, nothing fancy. And yeah, it's just very relaxing. And you'll notice if you're coming from spinning on a drop spindle to spinning on a wheel, you're used to drafting your fiber while spinning vertically up and down. Whereas with a spinning wheel, you're spinning or drafting your fiber horizontally, backwards and forwards. So, it's a little bit of a learning curve, and vice versa. It's always gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, but the motions are the same, you'll find. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is to getting started with spinning on a wheel. But yeah, like I said, after a couple of minutes of spinning, 3 to 5 minutes, you'll notice the section where your singles are loading up onto the bobbin starts to get a little thick. After a couple of minutes, you just want to take this and slide it up or scooch it up just a few millimeters and just keep going. Just keep going up and down, up and down. And I find once my bobbin starts to get more full, I'll notice that I have to increase my scotch tension. This controls the tension of your wheel, how fast and slow the uptake of your fiber is. So if I were to increase my scotch tension, my fiber would just be quickly sucked into the orifice and onto the wheel, and that could mess with your ply. So your ply could be a little too tight, could be a little too loose. It really depends what you're going for. And one trick to check your tension in your ply to see if you're getting the ply that you want is to create a little tail. So it's when you have a length of fiber like this, you just want to take the section, you want to pinch the section and split the difference and then gently let go. And right off the bat, I can see that I'm liking where this is going. I'm getting a good ply. It's nice and smooth and even, and I'm happy with it. Again, it really comes down to trial and error and the type of yarn that you are interested in spinning. But yeah, and I'm trying to think if there are any other gems. Ah, there's a fat worm. Oh gosh, doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. It's just gonna add more character to the end product, and I appreciate that. And if you are interested in becoming a more technical spinner, I would recommend anything by any online course or in-person course by Judith MacKenzie. I learned so much from taking one of her online courses. And of course, I learned a lot from Craftsy classes. There was the class by Jaycee Boggs Faulkner, Worsted to Woolen. I will link to all these things down below in case you want to check them out yourself. Again, this is just showing you how I go about spinning, and I can see that this little section right here is getting a little built up, so I'm going to scooch this threader thing up just a little more and keep spinning. That pretty much sums up how I get started spinning on a wheel. I hope you learned a lot today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them, and we'll go from there. But yeah, if you are new here, welcome again to my little corner of the interwebs. This is, again, as I say pretty much every week, this is not the normal format of my channel, but you know, it seems like every week I'm doing something different, so I guess this is the new format of my channel, where some weeks I'll talk about crochet, some weeks I'll talk about spinning, some weeks I'll talk about quilting. I kind of like that format, actually, just to keep things interesting and excited. Now I'm just rambling, but you know, we're just gonna go with it. So yeah, I actually like this format a lot better. It's just more manageable for me. So I guess we'll stick with this format for a while. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you are new here and you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe down below. I'm putting out videos for your viewing pleasure every week. And until the next video, happy making, and I'll see you next time.